Let's give it up for your favorite voice actors, Horvitz and Rikki Simmons!
Hello?
Here's my theme song.
That's good. Here we are. Behold! Look at this, the easy way or the hard way? The easy way or the hard way? Hard way? Okay. Go ahead.
You get to ask us questions, and we get to ignore them. But we'll
Yes.
try to answer them.
You ask us questions and we abuse you. That's how we work here. Yes. Who is the first to be abused? Anywhere? Anyone? Yes.
Yeah, come on, run to it.
Yeah, come up to this
No, you have to
mic
start
here.
back there and run
Yes.
to it.
You have to go all the way
Yeah,
around.
all the way up there. You
All
have
the
to
way
run
to
to
those
it.
chairs, but you have to go through each row. Back and forth, back and forth. Hello there. You're a rainbow.
I have Skittles. Do you want some Skittles?
No, thank you. I see the rainbow.
I was just wondering what it was like to work with Jonan.
Jonah was cool. He used to punch us in the neck every single session. That's how he would get us
Did you
motivated.
see the movie Aliens? Did you see the movie Aliens?
Yeah.
Remember when the pilot was trying to take off and there was like an alien? She didn't know it was in her cockpit and you just hear the little like that.
Just like that. Each line. Do it again. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
First of all, I love Invader Zim. I watched it when it was first on, and then I really got acquainted with it in high school.
So was it a popular thing or was it an inside thing?
I thought it was a popular thing, and then
Yeah.
I couldn't understand why it wasn't. Which is also what I wanted to ask you is, I know that for a Nickelodeon show, it was probably extremely bizarre, especially at the time. But Cartoon Network, I don't know if you've done much work for them, they have some pretty bizarre stuff, and I was wondering, do you think the show would have done better if it was on Cartoon Network instead?
Yes.
Thanks, bye.
Oh, look, there's a girl in the back.
What
It
have
is
been-
Zim. Good, very good.
Well, the budget would have been smaller because the budgets at Cartoon Network were a
Yeah.
little bit smaller.
The thing is that, is exactly what Rikki just said. It was a very expensive show. It was Nickelodeon's most expensive show to date.
Really?
Yeah.
It was
Because we had 3D. We had 3D on our
That's
show.
right. Yeah, it's all the shit.
And Judy.
And 2D.
All the D's.
We had all the Ds.
All the D's on the show.
It's in the 70s. They're now on Disney.
Or Vampire Hunter.
Yeah. There's Vampire D.
No, Vampire Hunter.
Oh, yeah. I like Vampire Weekend. Anyone like Vampire Weekend?
Thank you so much.
But you heard about that from his silence child.
Hi, I like your bow.
Thank you. I've been such.
Are you
Don't
Kiki with
move.
Gigi?
Yes, I am.
I knew it.
Don't move. There's something on your shoulder. Somebody get a hammer.
It's just Gigi. It's just Gigi. He likes you guys too.
Okay, then get a hammer.
I've been a really big Invader Zim fan for as long as I can remember. My sisters first got me into it because they really liked it. They're all grown and gone now. I was an accident. I'm the baby. I was very late. I was GER for Halloween in 6th grade. And my question is, how much has Invader Zim changed you guys' life since the start of it to it canceling up until now?
A whole bunch, because
Well,
I didn't do it before.
In the beginning, we were hopeful. During, we were ecstatic.
We learned
When we were
how to
canceled,
wash
we were
cakes.
sad. And now we're just pathetic.
Well, I'm going to be meeting you guys tomorrow during the autographs, and tomorrow and get your free hugs pin. So I really hope I can get free hugs from you guys tomorrow.
Hey, one of my questions was, have you guys ever read Jonah's other two books that he
Yes.
wrote? Do you think that it would have been better if they had made those in the cartoons as well?
They would have suffered a their fate.
I colored his
book! I feel sick! And I lived with him for 20 days! He smells like feet and it's dark in his house! But otherwise, the books are very nice.
And you ate fish fed to you from his feet.
I don't remember what they're about. I've asked him, and he doesn't remember either.
Hello. I've been a huge fan of the Invader Zim, and I was devastated when it got canceled. But I was curious what your endings would have been if you could have chosen it.
What? You kids what?
If you could have ended Invader Zim, how would you have ended it?
I would have ended it with 14 seasons and a lot of money. That's how I
17 major motion pictures.
17 major motion pictures. It'd be like 22 Jump Street Invader Zim. 22 Zim. That's how I would have ended it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, why exactly was Zim canceled?
It was very expensive.
And we had very low ratings. People don't realize that, but our ratings were low.
Really?
Really, the reason for it is because at the time, Nickelodeon really only gauged their demographic, which was like 6 to 10-year-olds. But our demographic was, 6 to 100 years old. And so
I counted.
yeah, he had that 100-year-old in his trunk. I love your show. Let me out.
You like the show?
I love it.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Big fan.
So,
Are you the guy who stabs people in Alice?
This is the person.
The Hatter, but yeah.
This is the person that sits in back of me in every movie theater.
Yeah. So I actually started watching the show after it was canceled when it went into reruns. A friend of mine had recommended it to me, and I had never seen it before. And so he recommended some really good stuff to me, so I was like, all right, I'll give this a try. And I started watching it, I could not stop laughing. So I watched almost all of it. So I had two things I was wondering. First off, what would both, individually, what were you guys' favorite episodes of the show?
What?
Favorite episodes. Your guys' favorite episodes.
I like the Rise of the Zip Boy, Planet Jacker, Career Day, and Walk of Doom.
I like backseat drivers would be on the stars, because that's when Gert pops out of the turkey and goes, "It's me! I was the turkey all along!" I think that he cooked himself into that turkey and then sat in there for a week. Just so excited.
I like that Zim stays in school until the bell rings. Even though it's paid, like, he still stays. It doesn't have to. Yeah.
And the other question, just a bit of a request. Could you guys do, Zim trying to order a pizza with Gert harassing him?
This is what I call live action fanfic. Okay.
Guilty.
You want us to order a pizza?
Yeah.
Good, I'll take a pepperoni and sausage, thin crust, thank you.
They only have thin crust.
I'm sorry. Just give me the thick crust.
Okay.
That was magnificent, thank you.
Well, it's nice to meet both of you. Wait, sorry, I knew you couldn't hear me through my mustache. But I'll admit, I've never really watched that much of Invader Zim when I grew up. I'll admit, you were most of my childhood, especially through a show like Billy and Mandy.
I like pie, yeah! Enjoy yourself!
Yes, but since I started watching more Invader Zim, my biggest question for both of you, do you have a very, do you have like a favorite memory of working on the show, or even like a favorite line that you recorded?
Oh, I've got lots of favorite moments and lines from the shows. You know, I would say that the character that's most like my own personality is Daggett from the Angry Beavers. Okay, he's gonna play for me as I tell my story.
Awesome.
It was back in 1994. I, like water, moved ever so slowly. I was doing Daggett from the Angry Beavers. Spook! Spooty spook. Then, things got crazy. And that was it.
Also, before I go, can I just once, do you think you could just once do a Zim's laugh?
Hello, gentlemen. First of all, it's great to see you again in the flesh. Richard, we met at InvaderCon during the Dinner of Doom. I don't know.
Oh, yes, at the first Invader Con in Atlanta.
Second con.
And yeah, I'm at the second one.
Yes.
In Torrance.
Yes.
And will you be at the third one in Austin in 2 weeks?
Yes, I will.
Yay!
I'm one of those things.
Yay.
So anyways, I have a message first from Operation Head Pigeons. As a co-admin, I wanted to thank you for both of you for your kindness and support. For those of you who don't know,
We love Operation Head Pigeons. You guys know Operation Head Pigeons?
would you like to explain or shall I?
Please, if you've seen online an actually fully animated episode of
Actually, that's Sophie Waffles.
What's that?
That's Sophie Waffles.
Oh, Sophie Wobbles, right.
Yeah.
Operation Head Pigeons is the one that's trying to get our show back on the air. They have failed miserably thus far.
Indeed, it seems to be as such. Apparently, Jonan is pitching TV shows, and we're more than willing to just step back and let him do his thing, especially...
No, don't let him do his thing. He gets into trouble when he does his thing.
Anyways, my question for you is, with all of the unfinished episodes and the scripts that are out, which are the episodes you really wish you got to do?
I wanted to do Zim the musical. I wanted to do it to Wicked. Or it would have been better to do it as Les Mis. It'd be like, Dim, at last we see each other plain. With your big head, you wear a different chain. Les Zimmerable.
I was writing an episode when they fired me. Called
For exposing
called
himself.
Squishy Hugger of Worlds. It was going to be about this big Galactus-style monster that was heading towards Earth named Squishy, and he was going to hug the Earth because he loves to hug planets.
Make it storyline.
He loves to hug the planets until they explode. And so he saw out there in space, he saw the Earth out there just glowing. He thought, I'm going to hug that planet. So he floated on into the solar system. That's where we live, it's the solar system. Planet, S-O-L, not S-O-U-L, not even the soul like Korea, it's solar system. Name of the star, soul. So anyways, he floats on in and Zim sees him coming. He's like, oh God, Squishy. Actually says they exploded. God. Trouble. So he says, oh, geez. Here comes Squishy. He's got a squish. This is my world to destroy, not Squishy's. And so he flies out there and stops Squishy. And Nemesis sees Squishy coming. He's like, this is my planet to save. And so he flies out to stop Squishy. And once they get out there, they see there's a giant armada of ships already pursuing this giant Squishy, belonging to all of the planets that he squished. And they want to destroy the Earth just to make him feel bad. That's what I was writing. And they went, no, you're not going to get that one.
are there so many songs about Erkins and why they get canceled so fast? Second is an Erkin, and Gur is a dumb dog. That's why we got canceled.
Erkins are stupid and need portions to build all their technology. Otherwise, they'll just sit around and eat snacks.
Someday we'll find it. Should we sing the song that we wrote? Shall we sing them Desiree? No? You guys want to hear Desiree? So a woman came to our table at a convention recently.
Her name was Desiree. She was nice. So we destroyed her name.
So she said, can you sing us a song? We wrote her this lovely little ditty on the spot. Desiree is deserific, desolutely desired, born in dirty diarrhea, in a cesspool of hate, desolute, delectably delicious, devilishly demure. Desiree is definitely a pungent little whore.
Thank you very much, guys.
We've almost got it down.
Yeah. Desiree
Oh,
a pungent little whore.
that was beautiful. Say, how is crypto doing these days? Or do you not remember?
Crypto's floridium, it's time. Focus, crypto. There'll be time for probing later.
Oh, okay, crypto's doing that then. Good.
That's what I call British Zim. And if you watch Skylanders, that's Chaos Zim. Oh, hi, Gur! Zim! Why was there bacon in the soup?
So, I've been a big fan of the shows for you for a very long time, and
Why are you pooping? He's a fan of our show.
yes, so if both of you were stuck on an island,
Stuck on an island, yes.
what would you guys do?
What would our what?
What would you do if you were stuck on an island?
What would you try to get off of the island? That's the first thing I'd do. The second thing I would do is build a hut. Then I would try to turn Ricky into a raft. Or an air mattress. And then I would skin every fish I could find. I wouldn't eat them, I would just skin them. Neat. Ricky, if you were stuck on a desert island, what would you do? You'd try to get off.
And have you ever heard of this song? Have you ever heard of this song?
Okay. Sing it.
You don't.
translated is supposed to be, what would Zim do without Gur?
Zim, what would Zim do without Gur? Party!
Just watch a lot of cable, probably.
I'd watch Ray Donovan. Oh, that's Zim?
Yeah.
Zim would watch.
He would draw toward Rosie O'Donnell.
Zim would watch Rosie O'Donnell. Or Ellen. Why is she dancing? Why must she dance every show? Why does she do this? I am sick of this. Who told this earthling she could dance? Yes?
My question is, why do you like Piggy so much?
Why do you what?
Why do you like Piggy so much?
Oh, why do you like piggies so much? Because they're pigs.
Good enough.
That's like asking, why is the sky blue?
Pigs are good.
Because of the ocean. That's why.
They fly through the sky and they land on your tummy. They're
This is
like,
an educational panel. So, the color of the sky is the reflection of the ocean. Yes, pink is my favorite color.
Hi, I've been watching Invader Zim since I was like 5, since I was a lot. I was a lot younger when the show was showing, but when I got older, the Doom song came back in my head, and I was like, I wonder where I can watch that show, and then I found it on like reruns. I was wondering, and do you guys ever get like younger audiences from like their siblings or stuff showing them the show, and then they get like obsessed and stuff?
Younger, like we get new fans all the time because the people who were older when our show first premiered are now parents, and their kids, like they're like 5, 6 years old, and they come up to us and they have total tattoo sleeves. They're like 5.
their parents are their parole officers.
Yeah, and then they flip us off. Like, all right, I am Zim.
I also have another question. Does the Doom song ever get stuck in your head?
Oh God, no. It's stuck in his.
It's 6 months long. I'm very sleepy. I was on a red eye flight, and I'm insane right now. I'm actually hallucinating that all of you look like Richard.
You lucky, lucky people. Are you tired, Ricky?
No, fine.
Hi.
Hi.
When
I've got to sign some legal documents if you don't mind.
Okay, we're good. I don't care. I just wanted to say when I was younger and it like first aired, it was like one of my favorite shows because my brother was like, "Hey, you gotta watch this," and then he called me Gur because of the way I acted, because I was totally like her.
Sorry.
What? What? I was actually like happy. I just wanted to say like when the show got canceled, I was really upset because it was like an awesome show, and you guys should like bring it back on MTV. It should be like on MTV, or like.
I know how you feel. I was really upset too.
It should be on like a different it shouldn't be on like Nick or anything. It should be like on it should be on like Adult Swim or something and like make it more like adult.
You know what? It was a great idea in the making that was very expensive. That's what it comes down to, and I don't think that our budget would have fit with the. I mean, it didn't have to be that, but I mean, it wouldn't have been Zim without like the kind of 3Ds we had like in Planet Jacker or Battle of the Planets.
But now that technology has changed, would you guys like think about it again and like try to like work something out with the new technology that we have?
We would, yeah, but it would depend on people giving us money to do that. We'd have to, because we
Nickelodeon owns the show.
Nickelodeon, you've got a lovely show. It's called Invader Zim, but you don't know. But it's sad.
watching Invader Zim ever since it first came out religiously.
That's a long time. Do you get up to go to the bathroom?
Occasionally.
Yes. Ricky invented urine.
My work.
I should say he discovered it. He's like, look what I did! I made this! I did this everywhere. I did it everywhere.
It's been Invader Zim along with Angry Beavers.
Thank you.
And my question to you is, how would you gauge the difficulty of the voice acting for your roles?
It's pretty easy.
Well, Daggett was not as yelly as Zim. Zim's really hard on my vocal cords, but you know, Daggett was more Scooty Beaver. He was, like I said before, he was more my own personality because there's a scene, there's an episode, it was called My Bunny Guard, when the big rabbit comes to the door and he's like, it turns out he's the one that's threatening them. But like by the end of it, Daggett's talking like he is, because he always used to adapt whatever personality that rabbit had. And there's a moment in it that's like, that epitomizes and sums up Daggett in a line, and that is, Norbert says, hey, big buddy, you didn't have to do that. You should have just been honest with us. And he says, you're just saying that because you don't want me to be sad. And Daggett just goes, yeah, so. That's Daggett and me in a nutshell, yeah, so. But the voice acting, Zim was a lot yellier. It was harder on my vocal cords.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Look, it's Batman and Gurr. Batman and Gurr, I like it. We took a picture of Batman and Gurr. We did, in the Batmobile.
We have but one question. Would you like some bacon soap?
Is that bacon soap?
Bacon soap?
Wow. Gurr, why was there bacon? I want to see that. Right, like I'm gonna eat rag bacon. That's good. It's a little greasy. Thank you.
All right, so one.
This is what I like about this stage. This is like a sporting event. Like we're over here, but then we cut away over there to get the play-by-play on what's happening on the stage. Well, they started out slow, but they started to work up, and they got to that Desiree song, and they lost the audience. But let's get back to their panel now. Speak!
All right, so one, could you please make Les Mis Zim a theme somehow?
Yes.
Okay. Two.
I dreamed a dream in days gone by. And earth was small and I was the tallest.
All right, could you please?
One day more! Another day, another destiny! This never-ending road to Calvary.
Continue.
These men who seek to know my crime will surely come a second time. One day more, never leave. That's first part. Yes, never live until they leave. Never mind. How can I live when we are parted?
Can I try now? Okay.
Tomorrow you will be worlds away. And yet with you my world has started. One day more, one more day till revolution. We will nip it in the butt. I will join their revolution. They'll wet themselves with blood. Welcome, monsieur. Sit yourself down and meet the best innkeeper in town. That'd be Professor Membrane. I'm making toast. Yes, question.
What is your favorite line from the show, and could you please yell
Now
it?
you are here again beside me. Now I can die.
What about our show?
What's your favorite line from the show, and could you please yell it?
Grr, why was there bacon in the soap? No, and, my business is done. My favorite line was, what's my name? Say it. Say it. Heisenberg! Dun, dun, dun. Is that our show? Breaking Zim? Breaking Gas? Breaking Gas. It's called Breaking Gas. That's a whole different show. I don't know. Their minds went somewhere. Next? Yes? Hi.
Hi. Hold on. There we go.
Now you are here
Now I am here.
again beside me.
I was wondering, have you ever lost your voice or gotten... Yeah.
Who are you?
Me?
Yeah.
You.
Who are you?
Me?
Who are you?
Velma.
Speak.
I was wondering if you ever lost your voice or got your throat very damaged from doing your voice acting, because
One
you did.
time blood shot out my voice. And a girl was like,
Blood shut out of his mouth.
yeah. Yeah. That's a whole different show. That's Breaking Gas. That's called Game of Thrones gas.
That's it.
I did crushes at one time. Like a little walnut. Good, you're right there. Okay, that's our break. Let's read a bedtime story, shall we? It's called The Very Hungry Girl. Yes. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and a very hungry caterpillar. He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple.
He was still hungry.
On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears.
And 17 tacos.
On Wednesday, he ate through 3 children. But he was still hungry after the entrails.
I could use a nice sandwich made of straw.
On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries.
And a puppy named Tim!
But he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges. But he was still hungry. On Saturday, he skinned a hooker. That's a very naughty caterpillar. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, and 1 brick of crystal.
And a whole sombrero.
1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon.
And self-doubt.
That night, he devoured despair, and in the morning, he farted tears.
Smelliest tears and saddest tears.
Next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that,
I was scared.
he
for
felt
my
much.
life.
He felt much better. But now he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big fat killer caterpillar, ready for execution.
He was a big ham demon.
He built a small house around himself called a cocoon. and he stayed inside for more than 2 weeks, cooking crystal meth. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out with a gun.
He's all, say my name!
And he was a beautiful Heisenberg. The end. Come forth and meet. This is like court. Come forth and state your case.
I've got to pee real bad. Speak fast.
He invented urine. All over the place.
So what would happen to the Urgan Empire if Zim, God forbid, became tallest?
Everyone would die. Everyone would die horribly, painfully alone in a dark room with no one to care for. No one even existed.
Kind of like the fate of our entire cast and crew.
People ask us, were you sad when the show was canceled? We say no, because we're the only 2 survivors. Everyone else was taken out in the field and shot. That's what they do in animation.
So how did you survive?
Or
We are survivors.
We ran really fast.
At first we were afraid, we were petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without that Urkin by my side.
Richard hid inside a giant pineapple.
And how many nights I thought of how they'd done me wrong, and I grew strong.
I hid under a pile of babies.
I grew strong.
Strong babies.
If I were a rich man, diddle 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 diddle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Can I just begin by saying you have an absolutely amazing voice? Oh, and Richard, you're good too.
That's. How long did you practice that before you came up here? Be honest.
I came up with it within the last.
Security! Execute this man.
I love your voice, man. In fact, I was wondering if that was your real voice in real life because it's just so unique.
No, my own voice is like this.
Okay. Now, I started watching the show since the first episode, and I still miss it today. It was a really big disappointment when it first got canceled. I thought it deserved way more than 2 seasons. But I do understand that it kind of touched on some taboo territory that Nickelodeon hadn't really done before. It was kind of mature in some places. I seem to remember one episode in which Zim was actually harvesting children's organs.
Dark Harvest. Nothing wrong with that episode. It was a great episode.
It was always speaking of what we all knew in our hearts.
Yeah.
Though, do you think it might have worked better as an adult cartoon?
Like a porno?
Why was there sausage in the soup?
I made it myself.
You know what? It wasn't. This is the simple answer. We didn't start out to make any type of dark show or anything like that. It made us laugh. We were like at the peak of our. Hi. How are you? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then I'm going to call the cops, 'cause you're crazy and you know it. Get a restraining order. So we never started out to make a dark show, per se. It just made us laugh. And, you know, a lot of our sense of humor is very prurient at times.
Actually, there was one little rumor that I heard one time. Apparently the show's creator added in these little, like, one-still frames in certain episodes of a very bloody
That's More Toaster Soul Stealer. I colored it, and it's in the More Toaster Soul Stealer. It's called Bloody Nerd. I was given I was also a background painter on the show, and they gave me a file, and they had no color, and they said, put color in this file. And they said, make it look kind of bloody, but not bloody, because we wanted to pop up in an episode and scare people. I said, not, but it's called, file says bloodyger.tiff. So,
And approved by
Nickelodeon. So,
well, hey.
That had nothing to do with our cancer.
All the best to you for breaking away from the norm. Thanks a lot.
This one's actually kind of more for Richard, I suppose. As far as Angry Beavers is concerned, I guess that show kind of saw an untimely end as well. And I had heard actually that you did the voice work for an episode, a final episode that never aired. I'm just wondering kind of how that came about.
Well, Angry Beavers in the end did about 105 episodes. And so that's a lot of episodes. So people often ask, like, why did it get canceled? It didn't get canceled, it's just that we finished our order. It's the same with Billy and Mandy. Billy and Mandy finished an order. It was enough to go into syndication in perpetuity. But with Angry Beavers, we got behind schedule, like by almost a year at one point. And so that was, that's costly. So the final episode that we recorded 2 episodes that never got animated. One was called Rats, the musical, in which Daggett acts out and sings every single song from Rats. And they were written songs, and it was great. It was a great episode, never got done. But the final episode that most people know that's on the internet is they're being canceled, and Norbert is explaining to Daggett what it means to be canceled. And as he's talking, they're erasing the back of the dam is disappearing. So all that's left is just Daggett and Norb on a white thing, and then we get erased at the end. It's like real life.
I'm just curious because the episode was actually recorded on Nickelodeon studio property, was it not? How did that happen?
It's like when your parents go away for the weekend. Get a party.
Nicely done. Thank you.
Well, we can record anything we want. It doesn't mean they have to animate it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Finally, the day has come. I get to meet Richard Horvitz in person. I'm as excited as...
Now, John, at last we see each other plain. Monsieur le Maire, you'll wear a different chain.
You have such a wonderful...
Before you say another word, Javert, before you lock me up like a slave again, listen to me. There's something I must do. This woman leaves behind a suffering child. There is none but me who can intercede in mercy's day. I need you. Rikki is a fecal sculptor.
So that's what you're up to now.
Ask your question, sir.
Oh boy. By the way, I'm as excited as Invader Zim was when he first got his big mission to Earth. So, since I live under a rock, after everything you've been doing, so what are you gonna do now that Invader Zim is over?
Oh, I'm doing a ton of stuff now. I did Kick Butowski, I did Fish Hooks, I just did a pilot the other day that I can't talk about, but, and I do a ton of video games. I do Skylanders, we have a new one coming out, and Rikki and I write, and I've written and sold a pilot to Disney, and always doing something.
Speaking of video games, I want to thank you so very much for all the work you've done in Destroy All Humans.
Oh, Destroy All Humans was fun.
Offercock's made that game for me.
My latest one is I'm in Broken Age. Tim Schafer is the one that we did Psychonauts. He's the...
Oh, thank you for Psychonauts. Thank you, that's awesome.
Yeah, I still work with Tim a lot. Whenever Tim does a game, I'm in it. And this one, I play the Space Weaver in this one, which is a good one. It's a different character. It's kind of a departure because I don't yell. It's more like, where would you like to go today, young master? Yeah, it's freaking you out, right? Where would you like to go today, young master? It is, I am designed to take you wherever your dreams can take you. Now give it to me!
So, thank you for everything you've done. My brother and I love you.
Thank you. Love you more.
Liar.
Hello.
Good day.
I've been,
I said good day!
Oh, gosh.
He is in my brain now.
I've been a big fan of the show since it started, and my question is, how did you guys get into voice acting?
I fell into a hole. And then I was like, help! Help!
actors walking by like,
I was an on-camera actor my entire life since I was a kid. I did a ton of films in the 80s. And then around 1989, I kind of switched over to voiceover because it was cool.
have you seen Summer School starring Mark Harmon and Richard Horvitz?
I played Alan Peaky, and I played a nerd. It was a stretch. And so then I got into voiceover and I just started auditioning, and that's how I got into it. I really fell into it, you know, serendipitously. It was great. It was great timing for me. Thank you.
Pleasure speaking with you guys again. I met you at Rocket Shock 2 years ago. Fantastic time.
Oh yeah, when we were in Worcester. Worcester.
I wore the bright yellow footy pajamas. And
How can we forget?
well, because you mean a lot.
You were shocked.
My
You were
question,
shocked.
my question is.
Welcome to Worcester.
Worcester. I don't have the accent. Are there any projects you guys would like to work on? Is there any show that you'd love to do a spot?
All the projects. Well, Ricky and Eric Trueheart and myself, Eric was a writer for the show. We've been toying with this idea called the Algonquin Taco Truck. And it is a sketch show that we want to do as a podcast, but we might think about videoing some stuff.
Sort of like if the TARDIS was a taco truck.
Yeah.
What the sketch is.
Yeah, so it starts out like these wandering minstrels are playing, and all of a sudden you hear, and this taco truck pulls up, and we jump out and begin our sketch.
You'd be the captain of the taco truck.
I look forward to something like that. I also wanted to say very quickly, thank you guys for being part of our adolescence. We didn't have the best time through high school, and you guys were there making us laugh and making life a little bit better in that way.
Yay, thank you.
Okay, hi.
Hi.
I'll skip the loud fangirl spiel for your ears. I just have loved you guys ever since I first turned on the show. I literally turned on the show one of the times it was showing, and I watched it for like 5 seconds and was like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this craziness? And I sat there, and then by the end I was just won over, loved it, absolutely. The first episode I remember seeing was actually Studio.
Oh, stare into Pastudio's eyes. You want to hold Pastudio's little hand? It's all right, Torque. It's part of the collection.
Anyway, so then
As a
when
colorist,
I
I
went and saw
had to color all the pus in that episode.
It was method coloring.
So when I went and saw the first episode where Zim and Gur meet, we all know the question, what does the G stand for? So my question to you guys is, what do you think the G stands for?
What is it? What's that?
The G.
G stands for canceling. You're at
I always thought it was garbage. He has garbage in his brain.
Is it supposed to be stupid? Yes, it will be me.
Well, thank you guys.
The urine is now talking. It's the urine talking. I think that's it, right?
Thank you guys for all the laughs.
Thank you guys. Thanks for coming out. We will be signing autographs at like an hour and a half from now. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, up next, the FMV contest.